Hi! Hi! So, we are live. If anyone gets on, give us, shoot us a message in the chat. And this is a Q&A. I have previously asked for questions on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we got some, so we're going to answer those.
Also, one of my friends told me to ask a question.
Okay. So, but before we get started, I did want to show you guys, we now have t-shirts. This is one of our t-shirts. Isn't it
She
cute?
made all the designs herself so far?
Yes, I designed them. I will put the link in the description for when this is done for TeePublic. It's also on our link tree. So if you go to any of our bios, click on the link and look for TeePublic in our link tree. That's where it's there too. I think we have 4 designs currently. Hopefully,
5.
Is it 5?
I think it's 5.
I don't know. We have a few designs. Hopefully,
this is my favorite one though. The ones that I've seen, this is my favorite.
So,
I still think the person in the center is supposed to be Walt, even though she insists not.
Well, it's okay. So here's the design, right? So, and it says at the bottom, hashtag Disney is for everyone. I don't know if you can hear me through the t-shirt or not.
The hashtag is, the words at the bottom say hashtag Disney is for everyone, if you didn't hear her.
And so there's a standing person in the center of the Mickey.
Standing person in the center of the Mickey head.
There's a wheelchair person.
Wheelchair person in the right ear.
And then there's like a woman and a child.
Woman and child in the left ear.
So it's like Disney is for everyone. So men, women, children, disabled people, whoever.
Service animals.
Yes, if you have a service animal, you can bring them into Disney. And we're going to be including this in our guest services part 2 video, but they have a kennel if you need to bring your furry someone and they're not a service animal.
Yeah, so you can walk up to this kennel and be like, oh, I've got my furry baby and I can't take my furry baby to the park, and they'll take great care of your dog.
So we are going to cover that. Be looking for that soon. A guest services part 2. Part 2.
That video is going to be fun to film.
Yeah. Okay, so what question was it that Brooke wanted to know?
It is not Brooke.
Oh, okay. What question was it your friend wanted to know?
What our favorite Disney movie is and why.
Okay, so friend, whoever this is, my favorite Disney movie is Tangled. Why are you looking at me like that?
I was expecting it to be Winnie the Pooh.
Well, I like that. I do love Winnie the Pooh too. Winnie the Pooh and Tangled are my 2 favorites. And I love Peter Pan too.
Here we go. She's going to list every Disney movie she likes, which, by the way, all of them.
So, yes, no, I don't like all of them.
We've got a person.
Hi, person. Is it coming through? You can tell us in the chat. So this is a Q&A. So if you have questions, ask us something in the chat. We're answering questions that I got
I'm
from
sorry,
Twitter,
I'm
Instagram,
weird.
and Facebook.
I'm sorry, I'm weird.
But right now we're answering a question about her friend who wanted to know our favorite Disney movie. I can't really pick one, so I'm going to have to go with Tangled, Winnie the Pooh, and Peter Pan. What's yours?
See, I have the same issue. I can't pick one. There's like 5 that I consider my favorites, but not one overall favorite.
So how are you answering that question then?
With all 5.
Okay.
I know it's technically a Pixar movie, but Disney owns Pixar, so it counts.
Yeah.
The Incredibles.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, I'm sorry, I didn't really like the second one.
Okay, keep going.
Number 2 is number
The what?
I went number 2.
Number 2 is what?
That one. You know what I'm talking about? The
No, I don't.
it's one of
Hurry
the
up.
Toy Story ones.
Okay, so Toy Story 1, 2, or 3. We haven't seen 4 yet.
I think it's. See, I don't. Okay, chronologically.
So just say Toy Story.
Yeah, I like Toy Story as a whole.
Okay, so she's going with
Toy Story.
Incredibles and Toy Story. What's
whole.
next?
So number 3 would be Monsters
I thought
Inc.
you had 5. Okay, I love Monsters Inc. too. Next one, 4.
Number 4 is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah, that's okay.
And
Number
she's
5,
one of the original princesses.
I know she is the original princess. Number 5.
Number 5 is Aurora or Sleeping
Beauty.
Just what it's actually called.
Yeah, I like the newer princesses. All right, so one of the questions that when I asked on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter if anybody had questions for us, I was asked about the fight that recently happened in Disneyland that's all over the news. So if you're in a Disney property and you know how to get help if something like that were to happen in front of you or to you. So security is big with Disney.
Are you gonna bring up the your experience in this too?
Okay, when we were there in June, just a couple weeks ago, I witnessed an altercation. It didn't get as bad as this fight did. There was some hitting involved. And what we did was we contacted the closest cast member and they called in security, and security got there pretty quick. And if you watch that fight video, security was actually there. If you look at any of the videos, security was actually there really fast, but they're not police officers. They're security guards. So they're not supposed to intervene and break up fights and stuff like that. They're supposed to, you know, cut you off from, like they did. They tried to walk the people apart, but it didn't work because they went back at each other. They do have some Anaheim police officers on site, but they're normally out in like downtown Disney, and the park is actually really big. I don't know if anybody knows that or not, but Disneyland's actually really big. And
it doesn't help that Star Wars Land opened, and Star Wars Land is massive.
And the fight was in Toontown, which is like in the middle towards the back. And so it takes a while for a response to get there.
Especially if the closest security team is in Fantasyland, because then
they have security all over the place.
Right.
So your best option is to contact a cast member. If all else fails, you can't find anyone to contact, call 911 on your cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you grab a cast member, they can get a lead, a manager, be on their walkies with security in like no time and have security there.
Hi, other person watching.
Hi. So that is your best bet for security. People are going to get on and come off and that's fine. And people are going to watch it later. So another question I got was, can people charge their ECVs and wheelchairs if you have a power wheelchair in the parks? And yes, you can. I have just plugged my scooter into random power plugs that they have in the parks. But if you take
Galaxy's Edge.
I did it in Galaxy's Edge. I've done it in California Adventure multiple times. If you take your ECV or your power wheelchair to the scooter rental, their ECV rental place, their wheelchair rental place, they will charge it for you there as well. So if you like wanted to take a break and have them charge it, you can leave it there with them. They'll charge it for you. But if it's something where you need to have it with you, you could, I guess, rent a wheelchair from them, and if you have someone to push you, or rent a ECV from them for a little while. They will charge it for you. Or just, I have found plugs all over the place and just plugged in my battery when I needed to get my scooter to charge. So, yes, you can charge electric wheelchairs and ECVs in Disneyland.
I'm grabbing the list of questions from her.
The next question that she asked me was, how often do we go to Disneyland? So
Not as often as we want to.
no. And honestly, hopefully we will be able to go more often soon. This year we've gone twice already, and we have one more trip planned in September, for Oogie Boogie's Bash, which
Sadly, we're only going to be in California Adventure.
and we're only going to be there for one day, which sucks.
So we're not going to get to do a whole lot of stuff
No.
that we normally do.
But we will be there September 17th for the opening night of Oogie Boogie's Bash in California Adventure.
And we will be doing a video on Oogie Boogie's Bash.
Yep. And we'll be doing some lives on our Facebook and Instagram. And if we can get our YouTube up to 1,000 by then, we can do a live stream on YouTube. So share our YouTube channel with your friends, your family, your enemies. We don't care who you are.
Your enemies.
As long as you're gonna watch our channel, we don't care. If they're your friends, your family, your enemies, your coworkers, you know.
Your exes.
I don't judge. You know who you know. All right.
Holidays.
Okay, so the next question I was asked was, have we ever been during the holidays? Yes, we have.
We have stories regarding holidays.
We have been for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party,
which was really cool. We should totally do a video on it, even though it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, we did do a video on, sort of. We do have a holidays video up on YouTube. It's got a little bit of information, but they are getting rid of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Disneyland and putting Oogie Boogie's Bash in its place, which we will know more about in September.
It's going to be in DCA, though.
Yeah, so they're moving at parks. Now, we have been during Christmas, too, and it's Disney is magical all
regardless
year long.
of when you go.
But at Christmas time, everything, they have Christmas trees everywhere.
They have giant ornaments.
Yeah. And
we have pictures of me standing in between these two giant ornaments.
But those ones were in Bugs Land, which is gone.
Yeah, but they're still cool.
But they do still have giant ornaments on like the big trees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is decorated. All the hotels are decorated.
Remember Paradise Pier when they had the carolers?
Yeah, they have carolers in the lobbies of some of the hotels. They have special food. Special shows, like fireworks shows.
And they have cocoa.
They have hot chocolate all the time.
Yeah, I know, but the peppermint one. They had a peppermint one.
Okay, I don't remember
when
that.
We
but
went.
So it is a really magical time to go. Now be prepared because it's a very busy time to go. Very busy.
I almost got lost when we went.
She did.
Because of the crowd.
So there were so many people there, and we were going from our hotel room to Blue Bayou for dinner. So we took the monorail in from Downtown Disney in, and because we were coming from our hotel, we were staying at Paradise Pier. And I was like...
This was my first ever trip to Disneyland, full disclosure.
It was. And she was 10. And I was like, okay, I can walk that far. I can make it that far. So I was like, there's so many people, let's just leave the wheelchair in the hotel room, and I can walk that far.
Mistake number 1 that night.
I could not walk that far. And I kept having to sit down. And one time I sat down, David, and he didn't see me sit down, but my little sister who was with us did. So she came back to sit down with me, and Jillian all of a sudden almost lost her dad, couldn't find me, turned around.
Okay, I was in between. So it was my father, me, my Aunt Stephanie, my mom. I turned back. Stephanie and my mom had disappeared, and my dad was like, shoom, like Gaston was chasing him or something.
The camera's up there.
Gaston was like chasing him or
Look
something.
up.
He was just taking off. And so I'm like,
he was trying to get to our reservation because it was getting a little bit late, but so she grabbed onto his shirt.
I literally ran up to him, grabbed a hold of his shirt and pulled.
And
I was
we
terrified.
eventually made it over there.
Oh, I was so terrified.
We eventually made it over there and had dinner and everything, but yeah, it's definitely a crowded time. We actually went over Christmas itself. We were there. That was Christmas Eve.
So make sure you have your little ones.
So yeah, it's yeah, we've been during the holidays. It's so magical. It's so much fun. Everybody should go at least once. I would like to try to go again. I don't know if we'll manage it this year or not, but
probably not.
Probably not, but I think we might try. All right, the best time to go. So the best time to go to Disneyland is in January and February because the crowds tend to be lowest then. Although right now, because so Disney we are going to block out pretty much all of our annual pass holders for this summer because of Galaxy's Edge being opened. And they thought it was going to be like super packed. So only like the most expensive annual pass holders can go right now. So Disney is a ghost town because Disneyland itself tends to be more of a locals park, and since almost all of the annual pass holders are blocked out right now, they can't go. So only other people can go. I mean, they can go, but they have to buy a ticket, and they don't want to do that on top of the annual pass. So
because it gets expensive after a while.
Well, of course it does. That's why you get the annual pass, so it's cheaper if you go enough. So
the annual passes, it gets expensive after a while.
Well, not if you're living there and you live close by and you just go because you go. But anyway, so they're blocked out right now. So apparently Disneyland is pretty much a ghost town. So right now would be a really good time to go, but normally it's packed.
Because it's summer.
So I don't know what's going to happen with crowd predictions this year because everything's all off because of Galaxy's Edge. So, but normally January and February, January after the first week, because the first week is still holiday time. So after that, January and February are normally low crowd times. They're normally the best times to go. The other question that she asked was, where can someone get tickets and discount tickets? So we are affiliates for Getaway Today. Getaway Today is an authorized Disney third-party retailer, and I will put a link in the description, but you can get our Getaway Today link from our link tree. So go to our bio and any of our
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
and
we should have a Snapchat.
We actually do. I made us one. We haven't used it, but I made us one. So if you go to our link tree link for our bio, and there's a link. It's only a couple dollars, honestly, less, but that couple dollars is a couple more dollars in your pocket. And if you book a vacation package, which is a minimum 2-night hotel stay and 2-day park tickets, doesn't have to be park hopper, just 2-day park tickets and 2-night hotel stays, with the code DD2019, you can get $10 off of your vacation package.
And both the D's are capitalized, by the way.
Yes. And it doesn't just have to be to Disney. It could be, Getaway Today has stuff for all of Southern California, for Orlando, for cruises. What?
I just thought of something.
What?
We could do a day at Disney and then do a day at Universal. Because we've never been to Universal.
No, we haven't. That is a goal, to go to Universal. So that is how you get tickets. The next question I got asked was, should you get Park Hopper? Okay, so this is kind of a complicated question because
it depends on your trip, your party size, how long you're going to be there, what you're doing,
honestly, your budget.
Do. That too.
Because with being disabled, we have to do the parks differently than the average family does. And with Park Hopper, you can run back and forth. And if you're up to doing that much running and you want to do that much running, go for it. If you only have one day to go, that might be a good investment. But if you're going to go for several days, we don't see any advantage to Park Hopper because
unless it's like the last day or something and there's like one thing that one person or a couple of people, say if you're in Disneyland and there's a ride that like 3 or 4 people in your party want to go on,
but so it's a lot better to just plan ahead of time, at least what day you're going to do what park. This is how we do Disneyland. We figure out how many days we're going to go, and then we figure out what are the must-do things we need to get done.
Which for the most part is in Disneyland.
And we look at the calendar and see what things are what days. And then we decide, we normally do 2 days in Disneyland, 1 day in DCA. Although DCA is getting more stuff now, and it's getting...
I can't wait for Marvel Land to open.
I know. I'm so excited about that too. But it's so... And it's longer wait times in DCA than in Disneyland because of the way things work with being disabled. So we don't normally get the Park Hoppers. But if budget is not a concern for you and you want that option, or if you want to be able to go into Disneyland, because Disneyland's open later than California Adventure, than DCA.
Normally 2 hours.
So if you want to be able to go into DCA and then go into Disneyland when it closes, then yes, Park Hoppers are great to have. We've done Park Hoppers before, but most of the time lately, we just do one park and we choose what day and what park we're going to be in ahead of time. And then we normally plan our day once we get there more, but that's how we do the park. She also asked about deals for groups.
Also, I'm going to say one thing about time management. Pick a land, do what you want in that land, and move around. Don't just go, oh, I want to go on Space Mountain, and then I want to go on Big Thunder, and then I want to go on Haunted Mansion, and then I want to go on Splash Mountain, and then I want to go on Pirates, and then I want to go on Pooh, and then I want to go on... Just pick a land, stay there, do what you want to do, and then move around.
Well, so this is what we do, because running around is hard when you're disabled. You know, a lot of people will get fast passes for one thing, go on something, and then run to the fast pass or whatever. When you're pushing someone in a wheelchair, which up until I got my mobility scooter was what they were doing with me, it's hard, and you're not running all over the place. So
also, if you're pushing someone in a wheelchair, I highly, especially with Space Mountain specifically, I highly recommend you get a pair of gloves that pad right here and right here, because of the fact that you're gripping onto the wheelchair and your nails are pretty much digging in along with the wheelchair.
Because it's a really steep,
and you're like digging your heels in and pulling type of thing.
So what we do is we pick a place we're going to go, and then we'll go get the return time and then go do something else and then go back for the return time. We pick a place and we start there.
Normally if we do that though, it's like Space Mountain and then we go on Star Tours and we head over to Space.
Because in Star Tours, you stay in the line, in the outside line, which is normally about half an hour, 45 minutes or so. And then once you get
nobody in the park, then it's like 5-10 minutes. And
right. So what
are we gonna do?
When we were just there in June, we walked on Star Tours. I have never Never. Never. I have been going to Disneyland since I was 6 months old. And admittedly, Star Tours was not there when I was 6 months old. But in all the time I have been going when Star Tours was there, I have never walked on Star Tours. Ever.
There's normally at least a 5-minute wait time.
Well, no, normally 25 to 30.
Well,
minimum.
Sometimes there's a 5-minute wait time. It depends on what's going on, though.
So back to questions we got. She also asked about deals for groups. That I don't have any hookups for that, but if you go through Disney, they probably do. They do have a group part of their travel thing.
But that was when we were with Uncle Michael, Aunt Cynthia, and the kids.
Well, we didn't have a hookup for cheaper stuff.
But we did do a thing through Disney with that.
The other question that she asked me is, what do you recommend if you have groups with different ages? And I have done that. We had, Caitlin was 5?
Caitlin was 6.
6.
Juliet was 8.
The kids were from 6 to 18.
He was 17 at
17. And then 4 adults. So yeah, needless to say, the little one couldn't go on everything. So here's my suggestions for this. If you are dead set on staying together as a group, baby swap.
It's called rider swap.
Rider
it's not
swap.
called baby swap. It's called rider swap.
Rider swap. So what you do is when you get in line, you tell the cast member that you have a little one and you need rider swap. So the first, you split your group of people and half remain with the little ones and half go on the ride.
Then you switch.
And then when you get off the ride, you take a pass, give it to your other people. They take the pass, and then they can go through the fast pass line. They don't have to wait through the whole regular line. They go through the fast pass line, or in Disneyland, they will tell you where to send them, but use rider swap. You can also split your group up. So half the adults take the little ones and go do little one stuff, and half the adults, or if they're older teenagers, you can send older teenagers out on their own. We took her and her friend for spring break once, and that part of the time we did let them go off on their own, especially if they're responsible teenagers and don't break their cell phones.
It wasn't my fault.
It wasn't, but I like to tease her anyway.
Okay. I had just gotten off the phone with her. This little 3-year-old who got off his leash. When I say his leash, I mean the little backpacks with the leashes that the parents hold. I don't mean an actual leash. And his mom was running after him, and he ran right in between me and my friend while I was starting to put my phone in my back pocket, and he hit me, and I thought my phone was in my pocket, so I let go. So I would move my arm to where he didn't hit me, and my phone fell on the concrete that we were standing on, and I picked up my phone, and the entire time I'm thinking, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
It shattered.
Completely!
So needless to say, yo, rebellious Closta? Closta? I don't know how you pronounce your name. Sorry.
You type how to pronounce that, please?
So, do you have any questions for us? This is a Q&A. We're answering questions. We're almost done with the list that I was given.
If you want to hear funny stories that we've got.
Chloe. Okay, Chloe I can say.
Thank you.
Like Chloe.
Thank you.
Hi, Chloe. So it's a private Q&A for you. Do you have any questions about us or Disneyland we can answer for you?
Do you want to hear any stories? Now's the time.
The last question, though, is the best way to travel. What's the best way to travel to get to Disneyland? We always drive, so we have our own car.
It's because we live 8 hours away, and it doesn't make sense to fly.
And Disneyland's a little bit different than Walt Disney World. Disney World has
No, Mom, it's not Disney World. It's Walt Disney World.
Sorry, has a huge transportation system. Disneyland does not.
When
And
when I
it's
saw
in-
that when I saw that
Disney
I
is
see
my
my
childhood. Me too. And hers.
Dad's is theme parks in Ohio
Yeah. His is Cedar Point
and Kings
and
Island.
Kings Island.
Let's not forget Kings Island.
But yeah, so I was asked how's the best way to get there. It really depends. Life isn't sunshine and rainbows for me. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not for me either, actually.
We love all of our fans, though.
Being disabled is not fun. It's I miss my life. I miss working. I miss not being in pain all the time. I miss being away from you. I'm literally never away from her anymore. I mean, she's like attached to my hip now.
I'm sorry, but Jillian, can you do this? Can you do this? Can
I
you
need
do
help.
this?
What can I say? Being disabled sucks.
You complain about me being attached to your hip, but yet
Being disabled sucks all around. It sucks for the medications that I have to take all the time, and
she's got a 4-time-a-day, 7-day-a-week pill thing.
but I'm sorry, life isn't sunshine and rainbows for you, Chloe.
We both are, and
I wish it was.
this is the cup I keep grabbing to drink out of, by the way.
I wish it was. I wish life was sunshine and rainbows for everybody.
If you want to talk, you can message us on social media.
Best way to get to Disneyland. I think drive. I used to graffiti everything in sight before I was expelled. I'm an artist. Oh well, being an artist is fun. But yeah, graffiti's kind of not fun.
It depends. If it's on a canvas,
Yeah, you could do that. You could graffiti and get like one of the big canvas things and
because graffiti art on canvases and stuff is really
Hey,
cool.
and maybe you could become famous and sell it and
I'd buy it if I had money.
Yeah.
That's the downside. Bathrooms mostly. Well, we don't
Bathrooms
condone
could use a little. Yeah. Well, I don't condone.
If you were
okay, so this is a PG rated.
I thought it was G rated. Even Chloe's like,
Yeah. So this is a PG rated channel. So we don't do stuff like that
yeah,
here.
we don't condone Red 7003. We don't condone stuff like that.
So yeah, we're not going to touch that one with a 5-foot pole.
With a 45.5 foot pole. This is a Christian micro.
No, that it is not. That it is not. But now that it is not. But yeah.
So my thing with the whole Minecraft thing is I've played it.
It's weird.
It's not that you have to understand the universe that it's supposed to be in and how it all works.
I guess I don't understand it. I remember I was watching it with my nephew on Netflix.
No, that's
the TV show.
Yeah, that's not Minecraft. That's the show that's based off of the Minecraft universe. That's not the game. They're two totally different things.
Yeah.
But we're getting off topic here.
That's true. What was
I'm a Pringle. I'm not laughing at the fact that you're single. I'm laughing at how you phrased it. I'm sorry, but that's funny.
What?
I'm as single as a Pringle.
That could be a bad thing or a not bad thing. Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, it's true. It's funny when
I'm
somebody
married.
goes, I'm a single Pringle.
She has a boyfriend.
I need to tell you something when we're done.
Okay.
It's nothing bad, I swear. I swear it's nothing bad.
Okay.
Used to have a girlfriend, lol.
Props. They're hard to deal with. So are boyfriends. So are husbands, for that matter.
And he's at work.
So are daughters, for that matter.
Hey.
Okay, so those were the questions that we had to answer. We answered them all, right? Travel, security tickets, charge. Yep, we answered them all. Oh,
rest and pepperoni. I'm confused on the rest and pepperonis part. The rest of it, I'm sad, but I don't get the breast and pepperonis part. I'm sorry. A little bit of explanation would be nice. I'm sorry, I don't get it.
you're okay. I promise.
I'm so confused.
You always are. All right. Any questions, last minute ones, Miss Chloe?
Stranger Things look like. I don't get it, Vincent.
I don't watch Stranger Things.
Might be
my drug dealer from 4 years ago, but that's in the past.
past.
Oh, pepperoni's your drug dealer? We are really not talking about good stuff here. I don't watch Stranger Things, so I have no idea what that means. So
Yeah, neither do I. Sorry, Vincent.
All right.
Okay. She was 16 years old doing drugs.
That happens with people. I have siblings that happened to. No. She was 18. Michael was 16.
Oh.
All right. I'm so sorry you have a crappy life, but channel your artistic
On canvas
stuff into better stuff, and maybe life will get better for you. Thank you for watching. My hand is.
Yes.
There must be like a lag in the video.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Coping with people leaving, dad dying, people leaving, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of my parents are dead, and yeah, I'm sorry. It does suck. I have not seen my dad since 2007.
Hey, she's like my age. Chloe, she's like my age. She's only a couple years older than me, I think.
Well, she left, so. Or if you're still there. All right, we're going to get off. I'm sorry. I do agree, though. People leaving, people dying.
19, lol. Hey, she's a year older than me.
Oh, yeah, Jillian turns 19 in August, so. She'll be 19 in a couple weeks.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Right about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, 2.5.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks.
Couple weeks. So, all right. Talk to y'all later. I'm about to be 20 soon.
Yeah,
so
she was
like a year older than you. So,
who knows? We might be birthday twins.
So, we will get off here because that's all the questions that I have. Nobody else is on asking us questions. You want to get off?
Oof. Okay, what does that even mean? What does oof even mean?
I don't know.
I'm beyond confused.
Yes!
I can ask questions.
Okay, so
ask questions. Ask all the questions you want to. We'll try to answer them as best that we can. We promise.
Just no, like, stripper.
Anything you wouldn't tell a younger brother or sister?
Well, but
Don't ask.
some people would. Can you ask me questions?
Oh. What was your favorite thing that you graffitied? I'm curious.
Okay. We're gonna talk about graffiti.
I'm genuinely curious. She said she's a former graffiti artist, so I'm curious. Probably a middle finger. Hey, people that do graffiti make some very impressive artworks.
That's true. I've seen a lot.
It was my way of saying bye high school. I understand that wholeheartedly. Especially high school. I hated high school. You know I don't like school. Me too. Finally, somebody agrees with me.
High school sucks for everybody, okay?
You actually liked high school, though.
No, I liked junior high. I had a good junior high experience. High school sucked. I hated high school.
Stop playing
tickling her feet.
Stop playing with my toenails. That's what you were doing.
Tickling her feet.
No. Toenails.
I was trying to tickle your feet.
Yeah, it wasn't working though. You were getting underneath my toenail. It was very uncomfortable.
I was trying to tickle your feet.
Okay, I'm comfortable. I have a dream of being a tattoo artist. Already have my own tat and also a piercing. So yes. What?
Cool.
Is the tattoo that you have? Like
I have a tattoo.
Yes, she does. It's two Japanese characters.
Japanese.
Two Japanese characters.
The only piercings I have are my ears.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Bunch of flowers, fire, death. LOL. Okay, is that a bunch of flowers and fire and death, or or the flowers are on fire and dying?
One of her friends has a tattoo of a panda with an avocado in its belly.
It's like a avocado panda. It looks really cool. I'd show you a picture, but Brooke would probably kill me.
So it's probably all together a bunch of flowers, fire, and death.
But that would look cool.
Yeah, mine's just two Japanese characters.
For mother and father, if I do recall correctly.
That would be accurate.
I just don't remember which one's which.
She wants to get a tattoo.
I do. Try to guess what piercing I have.
No. This is a G-rated show. Belly button?
It could be she has one on her eyebrow.
Oh yeah, my friend has one like that right here.
Or on her ear
or
here.
Your tongue or lip.
Or nose piercing.
Nose. Yeah, my sister had.
How did you know? Which one was it? I'm curious. I'm gonna go with belly button. Yes, it was the belly button piercing.
That, when I was in school, was like the coolest thing. Like, to get your belly button pierced was like,
I don't know, now it's like tongue or nose or lip.
Yeah, Stephanie got her nose pierced.
And then it got infected.
Yeah.
Did you know if you join the military with a nose piercing, you can only wear it if it's a gold-studded one in the dress uniform?
You can have your nose pierced in the military?
You just can't have it on in uniform. Unless it's like a silver stud that's like very, very small and hidden where you can't really see it.
What about the clear one that Stephanie used to wear?
yes, you can have one like that as long as it's in dress uniform and you can't tell.
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, you could tell, but not tell.
Right.
All right. Well, we got stuff we need to do. So, Chloe, if you want to talk more to Jillian, go on to Twitter, Disabled Disney, and
I don't have a Twitter.
you can download it and go on to Disabled Disney's, and you guys can talk on Twitter. Go on to Twitter, Disabled Disney. You guys can talk. So, but we got to go.
Bye.
Thank you for watching, Chloe.
I hate social media, not gonna lie. Me too, Chloe, me too.
She does. That's why she doesn't actually have a Twitter, but there is one for Disabled Disney, so.
Every time I open my Facebook, I'm like,
You only open your Facebook to do stuff for Disabled Disney.
and to see what Brooke's doing.
Oh.
Because she's always posting something interesting on her Facebook.
Chloe Price. We'll see you around next time. All right. Thank you, Chloe.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
All right.
I know.
I'm sorry, but that's really cool.
Message her on Twitter if you want to.
Bye.
Bye.